Hi, I'm Jacky.
And I'm Jack.
And welcome to Lions Den. Starting May 15th at 6 p.m., seniors will get to experience the first senior activity, Senior Sunset, at the Barwell Bus Loop. On May 16th, from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. at the KJT Hall, there will be a senior dinner. And on May 17th, get here early, seniors. There will be a senior breakfast from 9 to 10 a.m. in the Ensign Commons. On May 18th, don't forget to wear your neon clothes for the Glow in the Dark party at the KJT Hall from 7 to 10 p.m. And the most important event of all, we should already have it in our calendars, graduation day. It's on May 19th at the Lion Memorial Stadium at 8 p.m. Seniors be ready for all the fun events coming up.
Pride graduation ceremony will be on May 12th at the auditorium. The ceremony begins at 2 p.m. and is open for anyone to attend.
Last Friday, we had our annual Seniors vs. Teacher Dodgeball game to raise money for the Give and Grow Scholarship in honor of Mr. Boston. Alle, Claxton, and Brenda Rangel have some highlights from the games.
Today I'm here with
Mr. Campbell.
So we have a couple of questions for you for the dodgeball game.
Okay.
Why do we have the senior and teachers dodgeball game?
So traditionally we had a student versus senior basketball game for many, many years. And one of the teachers who would always play in that was Coach Kelly Boston. And then, of course, after he passed away, Student Council decided to donate all the proceeds from that game to the Give and Grow Scholarship in honor of Mr. Boston. 2 years ago, we switched to Dodgeball because Student Council wanted something that was more inclusive and more students do and can participate in Dodgeball, and more teachers, as it turns out, can and do participate in the Dodgeball game.
How much money did we raise at the dodgeball?
We totaled it up yesterday. We raised in excess of $700 this year for the Give and Grow Scholarship. This year we had no overhead, so that's like that. All of that money will go to the scholarship.
And what is the money used for?
So again, the money goes to the Give and Grow Scholarship. Used to, it was Student Council's kind of last attempt to make sure we didn't have any debts, and because of Mr. Boston, it now goes to the scholarship.
All right, thank you, Mr. Campbell.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
This past week, we have been celebrating Teacher Appreciation Week. Preston, Sullivan, and Todd went to see which teachers our students appreciate.
Monkey.
Hello, I'm Preston with Lions Den, and I'm here with
Akila.
Sebastian.
Edwin Cardona.
Steven Cardona.
Anthony Padilla.
Kendall Griffith.
Kevin Castillo.
Who's your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher is Mr. Campbell.
Why is that?
Because he's a real teacher, you know, he knows how to do his job, unlike most other teachers out here. They just don't make him like him no more.
And how has he impacted you?
He impacted me by giving me the impression of what a real teacher should be, so that reflected on me on being how a real student should be, you know, doing my work. And he actually knows how to teach, which gave me like a good job to do my work.
That's hard. Who's my favorite teacher? Coach Waterman. And she just always makes sure like her students pass her class. So like
I would say Ms. Bryten was my favorite teacher because she actually cared about her students and cared about them learning about their subject. Even in COVID year, she tried to have us learn at home.
I'll probably say Miss Ruffin. You know, she's got me through a lot of things. She's a good teacher.
anyone else?
I'd probably say she's my number one.
Miss Henderson or Miss Fly. Mainly because Miss Fly was because she really helped me with English. I was struggling. I was making like 60s, 40s, and then after I asked her if I could get some help and maybe after class, and she really did help me. I went from a 60 to an 80 in under a week. And then for Miss Henderson, she's so understanding, very understanding. She you can see eye to eye with her instead of other teachers,
Yeah,
mainly
for
because
sure.
age-wise, but that's pretty much it.
Mr. Harlan, because he taught me a lot of things about welding, so I give props to that guy.
You got anybody else?
Probably Mr. Campbell.
Why Mr. Campbell?
Just a cool and chill kind of guy, I guess.
Mr. Harlan,
And why is he your favorite teacher?
because he just be like nice and he impacted me a lot. He encouraged me to do more welding.
Ooh. And how has he impacted you?
He be teaching me, learning me how to weld and stuff.
Seeing as it's the last Lions Den of the year, Blue Bull and our associates have decided to release a product that would not come with any side effects. Seeing as our seniors are now going into the real world, we wanted to release a product that wouldn't only benefit people in school. So we're now moving on from our cheat line to our everyday lifeline. The first product that's going to be released in our everyday lifeline is going to be a pair of glasses. Not just any pair of regular glasses. These are eyeglasses. These glasses will allow the user to see anybody's thoughts and read people's minds. Don't believe us? Here's eyeglasses in action.
Hey, that shit looks good on you.
So, here we see a 1.4 GPA student walking past energy drink connoisseur Brenda, and he would have gotten away with this if it wasn't for the glasses.
Man, that shit's ugly as
Earlier in the video, we stated that this is a part of our everyday life expansion, but this can also be used in school for cheating purposes if you have a partner that has eyeglasses. And we're back again with 1.4 GPA student Edwin Cardona, always finding a new way to copy off of other people. Okay, here we can see the technique. He's pinching the brain. Okay, boom. Looks like he's finished the paper already.
So what was your experience with the eyeglasses?
So I asked the girl on a date, and she said yeah, but like I could see her thoughts. She said she was gonna bro.
What was your experience with the glasses?
Well, I made a joke to my parents about being adopted, and yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Seniors, don't forget we have a graduation practice Friday, May 19th from 8:30 to 10:30 in the morning. Oh, so we are going to be out in the sun for at least 2 hours, so don't forget your sunscreen and dress appropriately for the weather. And the most important thing, you can bring a big bottle of water. The ceremony is Friday, May 19th at 8 p.m., but seniors have to get there earlier than everyone else. 6:30 p.m. from dress code check. Seniors, don't forget that no cell phones are allowed. You can give them to your parents, or you will put them in a bag that the administration will be providing you. You can get them after graduation.
Dress code for graduation: for gentlemen, you must wear a white button-up with dark pants. Ladies, you must wear a knee-length dress with sandals, no heels. Congratulations, seniors, on all your hard work throughout the years.
It's that time of the 9 weeks again, where everyone is trying to raise their grades. Arturo Ramirez and Trevor Ferrell have some tips on how to not fail.
With the school year almost over, we see the student on his phone scrolling through Instagram, TikTok, during the middle of class, really doing absolutely nothing with himself. And, just trying to bag himself a nice, beautiful Hispanic woman. And now we see the student working hard, taking notes on the video that his teacher provided. And now we come back to the student watching YouTube and now apparently going to sleep, which he's probably not going to wake up until the end of the day. And now we see this hard working student finishing his final project of the year. Now we see the student, the lazy student, doing absolutely nothing but skipping class with his friends, doing God knows what. And now he's trying to rush through the final few weeks of school, trying to get his work done, doing everything that he can possibly do to just barely pass so he can graduate, or else he's gonna end up like a bum like his brother, doing God knows what. And now the student doing nothing because he did all his work, sleeping, playing on his Switch, just having a nice chill final weeks of school. Make sure you do your work.
Our Ennis Lions baseball varsity team is still in the playoffs. Bryten Fields and Alexandra Gallegos went around to see what other students think about their playoff run.
I'm here with
Caden.
All right, I'm going to ask him a couple questions about the baseball game tonight. How far do y'all think y'all will go into playoffs?
I think we'll go pretty far. We're a pretty good team. We're stable. You know, we can trust each other, and everyone does their job. So I think we'll make it pretty far. You know.
Okay, good answer. Next question: What are your experiences in this sport?
So I've been playing this sport for like almost 15 years. I think. You know, my parents started me when I was real young. You know, it's something that I've dedicated myself to a lot. You know what I mean.
All right. Do you wish to play baseball in college?
No. Maybe some softball, you know, like with the fraternity and everything. So, you know.
Okay, so why do you say no to baseball in college?
I need to work on academics. You know, I'm going into engineering, and, you know, I really need to work on math and stuff like that, hitting the gym, you know.
That sounds all right. Yeah. Is this a sport you dedicate yourself to?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. I dedicate a lot of my time to it, you know, even if I just, you know, in my PO, you know, just a pitcher, you know, I still go to practices. I still go to the games. I still dedicate so much time to it, you know.
How confident are you in yourself tonight?
I'm pretty confident. Yeah, we're gonna make it far. Like I said, you know, I'm confident in everybody else playing. You know, we're a good team. Like I said, you know, we're gonna make it pretty far.
All right, good luck. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Hey, you. Hey. You looking for a job? You looking for a job? I got a job for you. You looking for a job? You need a job?
I need a job, man, for real. You got me.
Yeah, I got you a job. Make $10 an hour at McDonald's. I'm telling you, we got flip them fries and get right.
$10 an hour? I'm not working it. It's trash.
So you looking for a job?
No.
You don't want to work at McDonald's?
No, I do not.
Why not?
Because I do not like the way fast food smells.
For a job?
No.
You don't work at McDonald's?
No, I already have a job.
Why not? Why you don't work at McDonald's?
Cause it's dirty and you work there.
You trying to work at McDonald's?
I already worked there before.
Why you quit?
Cause I was falling in love with the coworkers and shit. Like I was falling in love with them.
You sure you say you want a job?
Yeah.
$10 an hour. Come on.
Hell nah. That's 10 hours.
10.
Nah.
Why not?
That enough.
Polka Fest on May 26th to the National Ennis Polka Festival will be held Saturday morning at 10 a.m. The decorated floats, bands, and colorful costumes kick off downtown festivities with a giant parade that twists through the historic town Ennis. Come bright and early to cheer on, dance, and have some delicious food, and come shopping at the stands from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Our Ennis High School band will be performing, so come and see them and have some polka fun.
Mother's Day is this Sunday, May 14th. Make sure to show some appreciation to your mom or anyone who you consider a mother figure for you.
This is all for this year's final episode of Lions Den. I'm Jacky Lopez.
And I'm Jack Barton. From all of us in AV Production, thanks for watching and have a great summer, Lions.
My favorite memory from high school has to be whenever I saw a student just like going, it was during the I was walking down from Spanish, so I had to go downstairs, and I was going downstairs. I seen a kid almost flipping his water bottle, right? And as he flipped it, it spilled everywhere, and as soon as it spilled everywhere, it just fell all over the floor, and he slipped, and then he it was almost like a pool area effect, you know? Once he slipped it, 2 or 3 other people slipped as well. I was like, you know, like a triple kill. What advice would I have for incoming freshmen? Honestly, do not skip school. Do not skip school. Do not do nothing like that, because it will haunt you back. I remember I was skipping a couple English classes in my freshman year and sophomore year, and it got me back really bad. I recommend y'all to stay in class, and if you stay on class and have your good, if you don't miss any classes basically, then you're good. You know, you won't have to owe any classes. You won't go to Saturday school. And I'm like, who wants to go to Saturday school? You really just finna stay there in an uncomfortable desk, chair, whatever, and then you just finna have to do come on, bro, that's lame. You just honestly just go to school. Go to school, because you're really missing out. Plans out of high school, hopefully I could try to go to either Berlin or Navarro College so I can pursue my biomedical science degree. I know it sounds crazy and hard, but you know, I'm praying to God, hopefully everything goes good. How has high school impacted me? Honestly, I could probably say it's really easy. You know, because my freshman and sophomore year, I didn't pay no attention at all, and I was barely passing, you know. But then once I started like actually paying attention, like junior year and senior year, my grades went up dramatically. Yeah, it was really easy. All you do is just pay attention to your teachers, talk to your teachers, and basically have like almost like a bond with them. So if anything happens, you could tell them and like, hey, I was wondering if I could like turn it in. I know I'm a day late, but you know, at least I want to get some points for it, you know. So this is a thankful video. My favorite teacher is gonna have to either be Miss. Well, I have a couple. I have Miss Henderson. I really like her. She's very understanding, and she makes class very easy. Second, this is not in order, by the way, you know. Second is gonna have to be Miss Jennifer Fly. No, it's just Miss Jennifer Fly. She's really nice. She really helps me with a lot of stuff. I remember one time I had like a 70 or 60 in that class, and then I stayed a couple periods after I had to leave, and she helped me with everything. What else? And to be honest, she helped me went from a 60 to an 80, so I'm really thankful. And then there's one more. Oh yeah, definitely Mr. Petty. Very fun guy, very educational guy. I like the assignments he gives us. It's really interactive. You know, you sometimes you can be hands-on. Like for example, we had like water some plants, and then they just kept growing. It was like an invasive species. And then from students, I really appreciate my boy Bryan. Dang, I feel like if he was in this class, I probably would have been failing AV Tech. I'm being honest. I really appreciate him. Who else? Anyone from yeah. Preston, my boy Preston. I appreciate him. Very chill guy. BB. I really appreciate BB. He's a funny guy. Does some of those weirdest stuff, but I really appreciate him. Sometimes like I could be like, I'm just bored and I don't know where he do some goofy stuff, and then he'd make my day. And that's pretty much it.
Hi, my name is Alle. I've been in AV for 4 years now, and this is a thank you video to all the people that have impacted me throughout my years in high school. I'd like to say thank you to all my teachers that have impacted me in various different ways through many different tasks. But most importantly, I'd like to say thank you to the athletic training program. You all have taught me to become the young woman and leader I am today, and I hope that I can make all of you proud.
What are your plans after high school?
My plans after high school is to attend a Tarleton State and minor in kinesiology.
How has high school impacted you?
High school has impacted me in various different ways, but the most important way it's impacted me is to not be afraid of who I am.
What is your favorite memory from high school?
My favorite memory from high school are all the Friday night football games I got to train. Those are memories I will live with forever.
And what advice would you give to incoming freshmen?
The advice I would give to incoming freshmen is enjoy it. You think high school is going to go by super slow, but before you know it, you're going to be 2 weeks away from graduating.
High school's impacted me in many ways. I made a couple friends, learned how to talk to people easier, and had a lot of fun times. When people think of high school, they usually think it's all about work, but really it's like 40% work, 60% trying to socialize and make high school an enjoyable experience for yourself. My favorite memory from high school was probably my entire junior year. I think that was the year I had the most fun. I got to spend time with people outside of school, and I made a lot of friends that year. I got a job I actually enjoyed working, and it was overall just a really good year for me. My advice for incoming freshmen would just be take it easy and don't be lazy. School's really just as hard as you make it. A lot of people get assigned worksheets and stuff and just try to put it off immediately. I'm not trying to convince anyone to do their work or anything, because that's totally up to you. But if you really just take a second to actually look at the work instead of trying to find other ways to get it done, you'll probably realize that most of the busy work in high school isn't really that hard. The only classes that you really have to look out for is math and English. After high school, I'll be moving to Dallas and going to college. If you're going into your senior year, I think it's a really good idea to apply as early as you can and just get it out the way. The earlier you apply, the better. I applied within the first couple months of my senior year, and I got admitted to my dream college halfway through the senior year. So just don't procrastinate and try to do it as early as possible. Get it out the way. My favorite teacher is always going to be Miss Tenpenny, just because I really liked being in her class. The assignments were fun, not too hard. She's a really friendly teacher. Sometimes if you get all your stuff done on time, she'd let us go outside to this. It's like a little courtyard area that's kind of next to her classroom, and we just go out there and play with this big inflatable beach ball. So that was pretty fun. One of my favorite teachers is going to be Miss Henderson. Her classroom is always a really fun place to be in. The assignments are really fun and easy. She's really laid back, chill. She won't really get on to you unless you don't get your work done. So if you're really good at getting your work done, then that class is, I'd recommend that class to you. We also got to go to the Perot Museum in a college for a field trip, so that was really fun too. It was a really fun day. Yeah. And my third favorite teacher is probably going to be Mr. Petty. He is my environmental science class or systems. I really don't know the name of that class. I've been in here for a year and I don't really know. But basically you learn about like earth pollution and stuff like that. And he's a really fun teacher, really laid back, really chill, not strict at all. Same thing goes, like if you don't get your work done, he might be a little strict, but you know, the work in that class isn't too difficult, so I don't really see anyone having a hard time in there. We do have a lot of cool assignments and stuff. Like one time we got to go outside to a lake near the junior high and collect samples of water and stuff, and so that was pretty cool. Another person I want to shout out is my favorite student, Edwin Cardona. He's in my AV Tech class. He's my partner for every assignment, and I think we're a really good duo. We generally get a lot of assignments done together. I'm his cameraman. I record him doing stuff. I edit it, and then I turn it in. And I've heard a lot of good reviews about Lions Den this year, and a lot of people seem to like our advertisements and sections and whatnot. So me and Edwin Cardona, we do it pretty good, man.
Hello. So, since I'm going to be graduating soon, I got a couple questions I got to answer about how school has impacted me and such stuff. So that's actually the first question. How school has impacted me. Honestly, to be real honest, it's just helped me learn how to tolerate people. Because let's be honest, everyone says stupid stuff sometimes, and they just do stupid things. And sometimes you just gotta sit there and watch it. Like, you don't necessarily have to say something about it all the time. Sometimes it's not worth fighting about. It's also helped me a lot with my anger issues, because when I got here as a freshman, I had really bad anger issues. I used to be getting mad at the dumbest stuff. Now that I look back on it. So it's just like, school's helped me with that. The next question is, what's my favorite memory? So, since I've been going back and forth from DAP since I first got here as a freshman, most of my memories are from DAP, and honestly, back then, DAP wasn't so bad. Like, there was a period in DAP where we used to go to the gym that was next to it, and we used to just play basketball in there. Like, that's what we used to do, and I think there was like maybe 4 or 5 of us, and we used to just play basketball, and it was a good time, honestly. After sitting at a desk all day, I guess you have to have some type of physical movement at least, so that's probably the funnest time there. It was a good time. The last question I have to answer is advice for freshmen. Literally just come to school. I can't say that any more literal than I just did. All you have to do is come to school, because they'll just, if you miss a specific amount of days, they'll just fail you. And I'm pretty sure everyone has their own opinion about that, but you just come to school. None of the work is hard, especially your freshman year. It's literally the easiest, obviously, but it's literally the easiest thing ever. Like, none of the work's hard. It's just easy. Anyway, that's all I got for these questions. You guys have a good day. Hey guys, I'm back for a fourth time, unfortunately. So, since I'm going to graduate, I figured I'd have to call out a few teachers who have been pretty cool my 4 years of being here. This being my 5th year, I think. So, my first teacher that I have to call out is Miss Evans. Miss Evans was an algebraic reasoning teacher. I think she still is. I don't know. She goes by something else now, but her class was overall just a 10 out of 10. Like, her work was easy. The way she ran the class was chill. It wasn't do this or you get a 0 or anything like that. It was just all relaxed. You could work at your own pace. And that's how it was for the entire year. And it's just an overall easy class to pass. Like, nothing's in there is really super hard. It's nice. It's amazing. My next teacher I gotta say is Miss Campbell. This year, this is the first year I've had her, but she's helped me out a ridiculous amount. Especially taking stress off me having to do my credit recovery and all these other classes and all this other stuff that I have to do. It's just like, she's helped me a bunch. Thanks, Miss Campbell, since she's going to be seeing this anyway. And my third teacher, there are a lot of teachers I have to say thanks, but for this year specifically, I also have to thank Miss Bailey, because I know I shouldn't be passing Algebra 2. There's no way. There's no way I'm passing Algebra 2 right now. I shouldn't be. I really shouldn't. Like, somehow I've made it through this entire year in Algebra 2 when I was struggling in Algebra 1. And generally any other math class, geometry, it goes on the long list. But there's no way I should be passing Algebra 2 like I am now. Thanks to her help and efforts, I'm pretty sure I've managed to get through this entire year. Barely. Like, barely. I think my last semester grade was a 70, so I barely made that. And that's all the teachers I could come up with the top of my head, top 3. And that's it. Later. Oh.
Hello, I'm Preston. This is my thank you message to all of the teachers that have helped me throughout the years. I really appreciate all that y'all have done for me, because without some of y'all I definitely couldn't have made it through my high school career, as well as all of the friends that have stuck with me over the years. I really appreciate y'all staying with me, and I hope to have more memories in the future. Boom.
That's good.
Starting run right there. My plan after high school is to go to culinary school in San Antonio, where I will attend for a year and a half, learning about all different types of cooking between the culinary side and the baking side. And I will hopefully learn a lot there and then go on to get my bachelor's in food management, where then I could maybe one day learn and open up my own restaurant.
That was good. How has high school impacted?
High school has definitely made me who I am today in many factors, where it has brought up my confidence as well as a lot of my knowledge. I know that it definitely wasn't as good as algebra, or as good at algebra as it was before it came, so.
What is your favorite memory from high school?
I'd have to say my favorite memories, just in the general stance of it, would have been at the football games that we've had. They were always really energetic and fun, and I know that for a couple of years we were on a winning streak, so it was really fun to go to state and going through the ranks of everything.
What advice would you give to incoming freshmen?
Advice I'd give to freshmen is definitely don't procrastinate, because if you procrastinate long enough, you'll eventually get so behind in your work that it won't matter if you try to catch up. I know I had a couple instances like that my first couple of years before COVID hit, and it was tough catching back up. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Brenda and I've been in AV for 4 years. This is a thank you for all the teachers and all the students that I've met throughout these 4 years. I want to say thank you to the teachers who I would actually consider as a third parent. They've been with me through thick and thin, through schoolwork, and through just life lessons and advice that they would give me. And to my friends that I've gotten extremely close with, thank you. Y'all are the reason why I come to school, to see y'all, hang out with y'all, even if it's at lunch or just walking in the hallways. Thank you.
What are your plans after high school?
My plans after high school have to be going to college. I'm going to Navarro, and when I'm older, like speaking into like the future, I want to be a psychologist.
How has high school impacted you?
High school has impacted me in different ways, good and bad ways. It's taught me a lot of don't procrastinate, do your work, be on time, and it's kind of in between. It does show you a lot about life.
What's your favorite memory?
It would have to be all the pep rallies, all the fun events that we do here. I actually enjoy those.
What advice would you give to incoming freshmen?
Do stuff right, don't be dumb, and time will go by fast. As soon as you know it, you'll be 2 weeks away from graduating. Boom!